Welcome to the Artist Academy podcast, a place where we focus on the business side of art to help you attract more customers, increase profits, and ultimately live a life of creativity and financial freedom. I'm your host, Andrea Earhart, and today's episode is a sneak peek into how we are starting our fourth quarter planning inside of the Artist Academy Advanced membership. And my intention for releasing this members-only content out onto our public podcast is to, one, help you set goals and create a plan to work backwards to actually achieve those goals, and two, to tease you with what we are doing inside of the Academy for our fourth quarter success plan in hopes that you will join us and really start to take your art business seriously during the most profitable time of year, just to be real with you. And there's three reasons behind this. Third one is I know a lot of my current members listen to this podcast. Hey, but sometimes they miss my weekly videos. So this is a call to you, those members who are currently inside of the Artist Academy membership, to jump back into the group to devour the strategizing content for the next few months during our fourth quarter success plan. Give me your attention and I will make it worth your time. So let me know what you think about this sneak peek episode, all about setting goals and strategizing for the fourth quarter. And if you want to learn and grow with us during this most profitable time of year, go to artistacademy.co to apply. That is artistacademy.co to apply and join us for the rest of the year in order to make money with your art business. I give a plan to all new members and existing members and everybody. I basically give my plan on a platter to what I'm doing during the fourth quarter. That way you can just drag and drop and take my templates and sell just like I'm selling and do the thing. That way you can focus on creating art. And so that's what our fourth quarter success plan is. Anyway, okay, I'm not going to tease you with that anymore. Let's get into our goal setting session. So we are jumping into our fourth quarter success plan. And can you believe that it is already the fourth quarter of 2022? Crazy. I actually just had to stop and think because I was like, wait, it's 2022, right? It's not, I don't know, pregnancy brain. So I have to write out everything and plan everything in order to just make sure that I'm going to hit my goals for this year, including what the goals are. So today we're going to go through our goal planning session, our strategy. And I really like this part of this because for one, you get to just step back and envision what you want your art business to look like, and then we'll dissect it and we'll make a plan. And then throughout the fourth quarter, we're going to be doing those planning steps step by step and actually achieving those goals rather than just thinking about it or hoping or wishing. We're going to actually make a legitimate plan, and I'm going to help you with it. And I'm going to show you my plan to kind of give a little bit of an example, but you're going to create your own. And we're going to work together to make this fourth quarter the most profitable year yet. So I'm so excited. Okay, so you have a link right here. It takes you to a Google Doc, and you can open your Artist Academy goal planning session. And that's the thing I'm going to be looking at the whole time. You don't necessarily need to have that. If you are like me, I really like to just jot things out in the notes section of my phone. Just make little memos, either make little voice recordings that translate into text. If I'm driving or whatnot, I'll just be like, okay, do 5 Instagram reels in the next week and stuff like that. And so I'll just make those little notes in the notes section of my phone. Or if you like to be more organized and get examples right in front of you and have something to refer to later that you know you're not going to lose, print off this goal setting session worksheet. It's 3 pages. It's really, really easy. And I give you examples and I'm going to go through them right now. So first off, on this goal planning session, so I'm reading directly from what you can print out and what you can see is when you close your eyes and envision your perfect art career, what do you see? Think about the art that you'll be creating regularly and how you want your financial situation to look. Let yourself dream and really reach for the sky. And I want to encourage you to, through this, it's really fun for me to go back and look at my goal planning sessions for last year or 2 years ago. I pulled up my 2020 goal planning session. That was a fun one just to see the goals that I hit or the goals that I missed or changed. It's so fun to look back on this. So really reach for the sky here. Think about, we're going to do a 5-year plan, a 1-year plan, and then our fourth quarter plan. And write down exactly what you want. And remember, what I want is very different from what you want, from what Courtney wants, from what Tiffany wants, from everybody. Just write down whatever you think is your plan based on what would be the ideal situation. Meaning, so where do you see yourself in 5 years? And some questions to ask yourself for this, like underneath this question I have written down here, like how much do you want to make yearly? That's a fun one, right? So in 5 years, which is forever away, we can do so much in the next 5 years. How much do you want to be making yearly? And just know that in 5 years, it can happen. Like there's no doubt in my mind that any of us can make this happen in 5 years, because I've only had the Artist Academy open for going on 4 years. And I've seen artists come in and go from disorganized, lazy, just to be honest, and now they're hitting their first $100,000 year. Shout out to Habak, Lacey. Not saying you guys were lazy. I'm just saying that I've gotten to watch you grow, and from little or nothing or just starting out barely in there to you're hitting your first $100,000 year plus. And it's just so cool. And that's just in 2 years. So imagine what 5 years can do. So just to give you an idea on here, I want to sell $200,000 worth of art every year in several different genres. So if you have a specific niche or genre that you want to stick to, write it down. I do not. I like to keep it interesting. Jack of all trades, master of none. I think the actual saying goes, but always better than a master of one. So I am totally okay being a jack of all trades or having a bunch of different things going on. And I wrote that down here. I don't want to really nail down anything too particular other than just getting into plaster wall sculpture, loving it. So I wrote that down to have at least 5 more clients booked by January of 2023 coming up. So anyway, getting into this. So I want to be selling $200,000 worth of art every year in several genres while working 3 days a week. That is my ultimate goal. And I know it's possible because this year, and I put this down just to make sure I hit it, but this year I'm going to hit $100,000 by working 2, maybe 3 days a week, more like 2, because this year being pregnant, I've really scaled it back. I've been very lazy this year, to be honest. And I just wanted to have time for my body to rest, to learn new baby things, to just not work away my summer like I've always done. And now I've proven to myself that I can make $100,000 by working 2 to 3, maybe 3, it's about 2 days a week. So I know that in 5 years, for sure, if I work 3 days a week, I can make $200,000 with art for the year, which sounds crazy, right? That sounds like a really big dream. And so I want to encourage you by sharing my example of how many days a week do you want to work? How many days a week do you actually want to work? Because we don't have to work 5, 6, 7 days a week like some of us have or some of us do in the beginning. And I don't just want to step back. I do think it is important in the beginning to really do the hustle and just get out there and get that foundation down. But we're talking 5 years here. How many days a week do you actually want to work? Which is fun because our jobs are creative, and the energy that I get from getting out of the house and doing a mural is electric. I love it because I've found that from this year, working 1 to 2 days a week or I'm not leaving the house very much. It's relaxing, but it's kind of sad because I just get sad staying inside. And I was like, okay, I got to get out more. So this fourth quarter, I am back and I am ready to go again, which perfectly times up for our fourth quarter success plan to get out and be active and make more money during this quarter than any other for the year. Okay. And so for your 5-year, what genre of art are you getting orders for? What is your minimum? If you want to have a minimum of $500, $1,000. I just interviewed an artist for this podcast that she's in San Diego and her minimum is $7,500, which is crazy to me living in the Midwest, which probably honestly equates to probably me having a $3,000 minimum living in Missouri to her having a $7,500 one living in California. So different, but she's been doing it for 20 years. So stay tuned for that episode coming up later. Not sure exactly when, but I just want to, really emphasize your 5-year plan can be crazy. And if you don't think it's a little crazy, then it's probably too small. Okay. And then on here too, are you getting paid per job or is some of this income passive? If so, how? Example, prints. Print of the month customers. A lot of people send out postcards every month. Maybe it's just print orders. You'll do print specials every certain times of the year, or you just have consistent print orders. Mine is with teaching. So if you want to start that teaching thing going and teaching painting, or I teach business, all of that, I want half of my income to be passive in 5 years. And it's pretty close to that now. I just want to make more then. So we're just going to keep growing and growing. And notice I'm in 5 years, I'm not like, I want to make $1 million, which is probably possible. Because I know that I am capable of anything and I can do literally anything I want. But do I want to put in the work that it would take to make $1 million in 5 years? Probably not, because I'm also starting a family and that's where I also want my attention to be at. And so, yeah, 200,000 in a year is very attainable in my eyes. I hit 150 last year working a lot, and then I'll hit 100 this year working very little. So it kind of fluctuates. So I know that hitting 200 is definitely possible for me. And it probably won't even take 5 years, to be honest. It'll probably take like 3, but that's what I want to be at. Okay. So now where do you want to see yourself in 1 year? Again, all of those questions again, how much do you want to make yearly? So basically all next year. So we come here again and you're about to make how much? How much would that be in a year? And just answer all of those questions again. So, and it's really just probably a smaller number than what we've done for our 5 years. So for instance, I want to sell 150,000 worth of art by working 3 days a week, and half my income will be passive. I want to be helping over 200 students by then to go full time with their art business and achieve their goals. And yeah, so then, okay, now we'll go down to where do you see yourself by January 1st of 2023? So in a little over 4 months from now, where do you see yourself? And it's probably some version of a smaller number of what we've just said. So I have mine as I want to definitely hit that 100K by working 2 days a week. So on here, I have mine. I want half of my income to be passive. So how do I do that? So I will beef up my print of the month sales. That's what I want to do. I want to beef up get more customers to buy prints. I want to onboard more students. And that's a good passive income stream for me. Also, if we want to narrow it down a bit, so going down to the next section, really dissect each goal that you've set and state how you'll work towards it. So for instance, if I want to have more students, I am considering right now doing a painting 101 beginner paintings course it'll be inside of the Artist Academy Advanced. So you guys will get it. But also so I can hit those more beginner artists because I teach murals and advanced painting right now. And I get asked a lot for, hey, can you step back a bit and just teach me how to blend? Like just stuff like that. And so I was thinking of doing a lot more classes like that, that is geared toward the very beginner artist. Like I'm talking like 12-year-olds and up. So very beginner, and just adding that. I already have the systems for it. And so that's one way that I'm going to also create more passive income, is to create courses for that and then create monthly content for that as well. But if you are, say you're wanting to sell more art, so you're not wanting to teach like me, this could be in the form of gaining more print customers or more mural customers or window art customers. Big window art season. And I've seen a couple of you out there promoting it. Temery, I've seen you do it. It's so funny how that you get the hardest ones first with the window tent and everything. But I see you guys out there doing stuff already, because really quick, there is already a window painting tutorial and removal inside the Facebook group and inside your Arts Academy Advanced website that shows you my 4 most go-to quick, efficient, but really cute window painting techniques. And then I also show you how to remove them. So check that out. And if you want to do something like that, if you want to write that down on here, because if your goal is to do more window art, which I highly encourage, then go check out those videos. Okay, so maybe narrowing it down a bit, let's narrow it down to the month. Do you want to have a record month this quarter? And what would a record month look like for you? And for me, which it sounds kind of crazy to even say this, and like part of me is like, don't tell them, it's bragging, but I'm going to just say it because this is the stuff that I want to hear from other artists that are bigger, and I want to know what they're making, and I want to know how they're doing it. I am close to having 2 $30,000 months coming up, and in my 3rd trimester of pregnancy. That seems kind of crazy, and I've been just very busy. But yeah, so $2 $30,000 months are coming up, and I'm so excited because it comes right before maternity leave. So we have that major financial cushion, and just to let me know that I can stay in maternity leave as long as I want. What would be your record month? If you could have a record month this quarter, what would it be? Is it 10 grand? Is it 7 grand? Is it 5? Just write it down to be like, okay, this is what I want. And then maybe you can write it down even further than that and just go for, okay, what is a record week? If I sold, say a record week for you would be 2 paintings or 3 paintings, and you want to make $1,000 this week. I mean, think about it. If you make $1,000 a week for the entire year, that's $50K. That's doing very good. The majority of people here in Missouri in the Midwest, if you make $50,000 a year in your career, you're doing pretty well living in Missouri, especially if you have a combined income and both your, spouse, and you make that a combined income of $100,000 a year in Missouri, you can have whatever you want. And anyway, so what is your record month? What is your record week? Really, really narrowing it down. And then we're going to say, how can we achieve that? How many murals do you need? How many new customers? How many new window paintings do you need? Say you're doing windows at $300 a pop, and you're about ready to go out and take that flyer that we have in there for you. And you're about to, because you've practiced at home, you've watched the videos, you know how to remove them, you know some go-to stuff, you have the pictures, you have the flyers, and you're going to go out and you're trying to get new window painting customers, because we know that window painting customers will turn into mural customers eventually. So it is a long game, like all of this. And say you want to make $1,000 a week. Well, you need just over 3 window painting customers for the week. You need 3 people to say yes this week. That's it. Okay. So say that's an average of $300 a pop. But then say they book you for removal and they pay up front for it. And say you have an extra $100 on 1 or 2 or 3 of them that are going to pay for removal for you to come out in January to remove it. All you need are those 3 window painting customers. And so get out there and go and pass out that flyer downtown or in that strip mall or wherever. Because if you get that one yes, you just get one yes, their neighbors will see it and then they will hire you, and it just floods like that. So just think of it like that. Hey, I want to make $50K this next year, and I want to make $1,000 this week. I need 3 customers this week. And essentially that could mean you're going out and passing around a flyer one day, and then you're painting for 3 days. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. So you're working 4 days this week. That's not even a full week. Like, that's not even it. And then you can just stay home and doodle the other day. No, I'm just kidding. We can do other things within our 4th quarter success plan. Okay. But just seeing how we can narrow it down. It's really fun to look at the big picture and be like, I want to do this one day and dream big, but then narrowing it down to how many new customers do I want to get this week and how do I get them? Okay. Now let's go on. So this is page 2 of your goal setting session. As to make a plan as who is my ideal buyer? And think of it like this, or at least how do I need to reach them? And how you figure this out is, how did you make your last 5 sales? Where did they come from? Did they come from you made a reel and people got to see your stuff and they went in the caption, you said, go to my website to buy, and then that's where they went. You can ask your customers, say, hey, what prompted you to buy this? Or where did you come from? Or, for me, I get a lot of commissions for murals. So I know exactly where people are coming from. They're coming from my Instagram direct messages, they're my Facebook messages, or my website. And really, if it's a kids' room or if it's a window painting, most likely, if it's a small job, it's coming from my direct messages or my Facebook Messenger. And check that other box. I need to go do that now because my Facebook, the other box, it houses a lot of things that I miss because if they're not friends with me on Facebook, I don't see it and it kind of marks it as spam. And so I have to go check my other Facebook box all the time in order not to miss it. But find out who these people are and then just focus your efforts there. If they're all coming from Instagram, don't worry about making TikTok videos right now. You want to go where the customers are finding you already and double our efforts there. You can repost on TikTok and Facebook and all the things. But if the majority of people are coming from Instagram videos because you're making reels, double down on the reels. That's that. This is the 4th quarter. This is the time where people are going to be buying. And so doubling down on the efforts that are working, I am giving you permission to do that because that's what I'm doing. And, we have the whole rest of the year to experiment and try new things and, maybe try TikTok or whatever. But this is the 4th quarter. This is the time to really sell. And by selling, I'm meaning just showing up and showing people that you're having fun, doing what you love. And then the caption saying, oh, by the way, this is available. That's selling. I had somebody join the master's group here recently. Okay, several people. And they're like, I'm just not good at business, or I want your help. And I'm thinking, okay, so you're not good at posting online. What? Don't think of it as business as much as it is just showing what you're doing. That's all we're doing. And obviously I'm going to help you do that. I mean, we have the videos, tutorials here in the Academy that you can go watch at any time if you want to amp up your reels. If you can go watch anything here, we have it all for you already, but we're going to help you through with the 4th quarter success plan. Okay. After who is my ideal buyer? How am I going to make my ideal buyer aware of how I will be selling my art? So like I said, Instagram, Facebook photos. And so what's working for me right now is short Instagram videos via Reels and then Facebook photos, those separately. Videos aren't doing very well for me on Facebook and photos aren't doing very well for me on Instagram. So is anybody else like this? Let me know because that's what's working for me. So if you want to just focus on that, do what I'm doing, there you go. There's the secret sauce right now. And also we're going to be posting in Facebook groups. I just got, I want to say 5 new nursery murals here not too long ago, just because I went and posted in this new moms group that I'm in because I'm pregnant and I can join the moms groups now. And I went and posted pictures of my recent nursery murals, and moms just in my inbox, ding, ding, ding. Hey, can you do this for me? Can you? And I'm like, yes, this is exactly what I want to do. So just like that. But what I've seen people do, I keep getting a little bit off subject of our goal set planning session to give you tips on what we're going to do. But quick tip, if you are posting on Facebook and posting photos and posting in these Facebook groups, post photos of your work, or post photos, if anything, if you haven't done any yet, which I highly encourage you to do murals inside your own home or just inside your friend's home to get your own content, but post pretty pictures inside of those groups to say, hey, this is what I can offer. This is an example of it, because I see people going into these groups and just making a post with just words saying, hi, I'm an artist. I'm available for work. Let me know if you'd like me to paint your nursery. And then it's crickets. People need to see a visual, which is why videos and photos are so heavily encouraged. And these platforms, these social media platforms are literally meant for artists. Like, I have a friend who she does marketing online with Google, and she sells products like toasters and whatnot. And she's like, I wish I could just go paint something pretty and post it and people would love it. Because we have it very easy compared to the people who are selling other things that don't look very pretty online. We have it pretty easy. Okay. Anyway, now we have, how many times should I commit to showing up for my customers? And we have social media posting. So how many posts per week? How many Instagram/Facebook stories? How many emails do I want to do per month? Art events. How many people do I want to get on my email list? And we're going to have a whole email section about getting people on your email list. And I'm going to give you templates of exactly what the welcome newsletter email looks like for me. Basically, hi, I'm Andrea. This is welcome to my newsletter. Thank you so much for signing up to win the free print, because we know we have to give something away in order to get people on our email list. This is a little bit about me, a short blurb. This is also what I offer. Thanks. I'll be emailing you every once in a while. That's it. And I'll show you exactly what mine look like. That way you can just copy, paste, and do yours. Lots of images, things like that. And then I'll show you what it looks like for me to sell to my email list. Exact templates I'm going to have for you of how to tell people, how to inform people about what a print is, because a lot of people don't know what that is. They don't know the difference between a print and an original. They just see the price tag and a pretty picture and they think, oh, that's a lot, or that's a little, or I can afford that, or there's no way, or, so I think it's really good to send out an email and or make a couple videos or posts or whatnot, informing our customers. So that's one part of the journey we're about to go on in our 4th quarter success plan through emails, is informing, educating, what is a print, what is an original, how does somebody order from you, and all of the good things. And I'm going to be giving you my templates for sales in all of those areas, where informing, letting people know that there's a sale coming up, letting people know that a sale is happening now, letting people know that it is about to end, and then our last chance email. I email people 5 times in probably 2 or 3 days. Sorry, not sorry, but you're on my email list. Like you want to be here. It's going to take at least 5 times for you to even open one of them. So we're going to go through all of that, all of the conversion rates and all of that. But just know, emails are one way we're going to be helping you sell prints, which is part of our passive income stream and all of that. Okay. And just asking yourself this question though, is it easy to buy from me? So do people know how to contact me? And we think so, because we do it all day, right? You just you just reach out and then we talk about this and that, blah, blah, blah. But do people know, is it an easy thing? So on my website, if somebody goes to the contact me page, I have a commission me video, and I'm probably just going to redo it because I did it over a year ago and everything just needs updated. But basically what I did back then is not bad, but it's a quick video saying, hi, this is what I do. This is what I offer. Price ranges really depend on what your project is. $20 per square foot, $40 per square foot. It really depends on detail. The first step is to message me. And I also have it written down on my contact page. If you want to hire me, please reach out and let me know what your project is. Please let me know approximate dimensions, all the things that you need to know. And that way, when somebody goes to the contact me page, it's not just an email and a name. Like they know what I need from them in order to get this started. And that really helps a lot of the back and forth emails. So is it easy for people to contact you? Is there a contact page? Do they know that you have a website? And that is part of our fourth quarter success plan September prep. One thing on there is create a website. Everybody needs a website. Everybody needs an easy contact me page, a couple photos of what you have, and maybe just a description page of the things. And then we can go to an email capture and then listing out prints later on. But we need a website. And added on to that, we need an email subscription form. So, or some way for you to collect emails. So that could be MailChimp for you. That could be Privy is a really good one. But if you need help deciding one, post it in the group and I will let you know. It will also be inside your fourth quarter success plan, exactly how to do it. And then last but not least, list potential or past customers that you will reach out to during this quarter. They can be specific people who you know love your art and might want to order something, or just generalized groups. For example, so you can read these on your goal setting sheet. It is professional services, so offices, specialty stores, so maybe boutiques, or some really cute store that you love to go to downtown. They have blank windows that you could love to fill with fall decor, something like that. Friends or friends of friends who have a small business, or just really anybody that it could be schools. Schools are a good one. That one person that you keep meaning to ask but never do. that one person you're scared to ask, that whoever comes into mind whenever you think of, or anybody that has ever inquired in the past but has ghosted you. You can reach out to them again. You can reach out to them until they tell you, hey, stop messaging me. That is customary, because there's been a couple times where people have emailed me for things and I want to do it, or I kind of want to do it. I'm like, I don't know, maybe. And I'm like, oh, and then I get distracted by something. And then they email me again. Hey, are you still interested in this? Or you never got back to me. And I'm like, oh, thank you so much. So just like that. And we'll go through techniques of how to word that specifically, but it's okay to contact people who have ghosted you in the past. And that can be on your list of people who are going to reach out to. So if you have filled this whole thing out, that is the whole 3-page thing. First, we dreamt big, then we narrowed it down a bit, and then we made a plan. And then we made a list of exact people that we're going to reach out to. Well, I am so excited. So just take a breath real quick. If you filled all that out, and you can pause this and do everything. If you need more time, I know I talk a bit fast, but I just want you to give yourself a big pat on the back and just say, I'm a badass, because most people will not do this. The majority of people will listen to this, think that's a good idea, and then they'll get distracted with something because life is life, and they won't have this. And you won't have this to look back on in 1 to 5 years when you achieve these goals, and you won't get that jolt of, I did that. I made that goal and I did that. Because I make this stuff all the time. Again, I usually make notes in my phone, goal lists per year. And it's so fun to look back and be like, oh, I remember I dreamt of that. And that seemed like such a crazy goal. And I did that. So if anything, do that. Oh, I just wanted to give a shout out to Atira. We were on the meetup, the virtual meetup this morning, and I noticed some of her videos. So I was just giving her props to it. And she said that she's gained 20,000 new followers in the past, I think she said, month or so. And let me just emphasize, doing her first ever mural. She got in the past month. And so this first mural that she did, it took her quite a while because there's a lot of tiny lines, and she just documented it through video through the past couple weeks and months. And she's just been doing very well at it, making reels on Instagram, and she's gained so many followers. Her videos are going crazy, and she didn't start out with thousands of followers, but she's gained that in just over a month. And so I just want to say props to Atira. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, she's got it going on. And if she can do it, you can do it too. That's her first mural. Her her first one. Like, what? She just took the time and she posted mini videos of the same mural, which you can do. I think a lot of us get stuck in the whole creating new content all the time and, just having to do new things, but it's totally fine to do the same mural over and over and over again. And that's what she did. And it's working. And now she has many more stuff booked. And yeah, so just shout out. Just to go over our September prep checklist really quick again. First off, set goals. That is number one. Here, we're going to set our goals. And then 2, get your website up. We need a website because we need some place to send these people who want to buy your prints and who want to order easily from you, who want to sign up for your email systems. And I'm going to be helping you with all that. But this is just the September prep. This is just getting everything ready. And so just have an email system ready. So hook it to your either Shopify system or MailChimp or whatnot. And then after that, I will give you the rest of it. I'll give you the templates. We'll do the giveaways on how to get people on your email list, but just get it ready for now. So this is our September prep. And then also, so with your goal sheet, I want you to just choose a direction. So this fourth quarter success plan is directed towards people who want to do prints and or people who want to do murals. So because these are the 2 things that I do. And so these are the 2 things that I know how to do and that I know that work. And so prints and originals or, murals and or window painting too. So those are the 2 tiers and you can do both. You can exactly do both. Just know it's going to be double the work. I'm doing both. I'm also doing teaching. So it can happen. You can do all of the things. And every week I'm going to give you just 1 new assignment with 1 new task from here until Christmas. And some will be a little bit more labor intensive. It'll take you maybe an hour or 2 to get done, but some will be very easy. Like, hey, we're going to make a video like this and we're all going to promote it for each other this week. And this is what we're going to do. We're going to break it down into step-by-step weekly tasks. But for now, we need to get your website up, your goals listed and ready, and for you to decide what direction you want to go in. So one of my friends here locally, Art by Samantha Cox, she's really good at just focusing on one thing. So she just did murals and window painting for the first year or 2 of her business. And she's just now starting to get prints in. And there's some beauty and strategy in that. So not wanting to tackle everything all at once, but just be like, hey, okay, I'm just going to focus on murals and windows because let's be honest, that's going to make you the big bucks. Prints are going to have your passive income stream more coming in, but murals and window painting are going to have the big bucks. And window painting around the holidays is huge. And we're going to get a bunch of jobs for that. And shout out to Michelle, who we were on a virtual meetup last week, and we were talking about her window painting strategy. Last year, she started and she did her first window painting ever because she printed out the flyer, she practiced at home, and then she gave it out to a couple businesses. The first 3 businesses that she went to said yes, which I'm just going to say is very lucky or very, very, it's great. And I don't want to say luck because we make our own luck, but getting 3 people to say yes in a row, the first 3 people that you ask, is rare. Expect probably 10 no's to 1 yes. But she had 3 people say yes. And that started her window painting journey, which kicked off her mural journey. And she's been rocking it ever since. And now she's in the master's group. And yeah, so I'm just saying that she did her first ever window painting last year by doing exactly what we're doing here. And she took off. So this does work. I know it does. I just need effort from you. And just decide what area you want to go in, either with it's both, or you really want to focus on prints, or you really want to focus on murals. Either way, it doesn't matter to me. I'm going to give you content for all of it, but just make it up in your mind. That's what I have this week. We are going to start the videos starting October 1st. And until then, we're just going to be prepping and getting everything ready. And then October 1st, I'm going to be doing my big yearly sale for my birthday, which is October 18th. I'm going to do a big studio clean out. I'm going to show you exactly the back end of how I do all of that. I have a $3,000 goal for that. So I want to make $3,000 in one day from just all the stuff that's hanging out in my studio, like prints that I over ordered, or some originals that I still have here that I'm going to create an auction, and I'm going to do all that just to get studio clean out. It's like, spring clean out before baby comes. And I'm going to show you all the back end of how I do that coming up. So many things coming up. Great. I hope you have a great rest of your week. I will see you next week for our additional September prep videos. We'll be having some motivational stuff coming, and I'm so excited to see what you guys have made at the end of the year, whether it's what art you're making, what goals, how much money, and all of it. I'm so excited for you. So just give me a little bit of effort. This is the time to focus on your art business. Just give me that effort, and I promise it will pay off. I promise. And I will make sure of it. If in a month you're like, okay, I've done everything you want and nothing's working, come to me and we'll create a specialized plan for you, because based on what you're doing, or we'll tweak what you're doing a little bit in order to make it work. But I have no doubt that this fourth quarter is going to be the most profitable time of year for you and me and all of us that put in effort. You have to put in effort. All right. Okay. I will see you guys next week.